Hey y'all, back with another video. This is totally not hair related. This is going to be a quick video on how I do my brows. I had people ask in the comment section, so I figured I would film it for you. It's pretty easy, and then it'll always be here on the channel. If anybody has questions, they can refer to this video. So let's get into it. Okay, the products that I'm using, I will show you guys. First of all, I'm using Milk of Magnesia. So this is it, the Philips Milk of Magnesia. You've seen this before. Then I also use a primer, which this is Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer. I don't remember the name of this, but you guys know this is like common. I also use NC45 concealer by MAC. This is what it looks like. Kind of clean everything up. I use NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel, which is this one. Let's see if you can see it. Try to focus on this. And it has the spoolie on the one end and then the pencil on the other that you can twist up or down. So that's that one. And then I use this flat brush. Okay, the first thing I do is comb through my brows. I'm gonna do both of them because I can't do just one. And you see me looking away, I'm looking in the mirror. I take something to prime my brows with and run it through because my brows tend to get oily, and just above my brows, like here, it gets really oily and I don't like it. Take some Milk of Magnesia just on my pinky like this, and I just run it through both the brows and just above the brows. Comb through them again, and this time I'm pressing and rolling the spoolie because I really need to get that Milk of Magnesia through, and I need to make sure the hairs don't get stuck in like a downward position. Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and I just do the same thing, like run a little bit of this through. And brush through them again with the spoolie. I take my product of choice, which today so happens to be this NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I start to shape my brow. And what I do is I start at the bottom, I create my guide, and then I fill in, and then I will kind of, you know, form the top, and then I'll show you how I make sure both brows are even. There is a science to this. When you're doing your brows, you want to make sure your arch is, when you look straight ahead, your arch should be at the outer edge right there of your, I think it's iris. So as I'm doing this, I'm conscious of where my line goes, and I start really light strokes, and then I go straight up, because from there I can always make a line down, or I can round this off. So I go up first, like that. And then I will grab that piece and go down. And what I'm doing is this, I'm going almost like in a moon shape right at that arch to soften it out so that it doesn't look like a hard V. That's not what you want. I'm gonna go in and start to draw the hairs. So here I'm drawing up, up, up. strokes up. And I'm grabbing at the base right there and going like that, flicking out. Then I take my pencil and I start to draw hairs this way, down, like this. And as you can see, the brow is getting fuller, but it looks like hair. I'm also conscious always of the shape. So when I go up here and I go up here and place my pencil to draw down, I'm conscious of where I'm placing it because I have an imaginary line there. So I'm not gonna like go way up here, you know, or go out here and start pulling down. So just draw it down. Then I go back and very lightly, with light pressure, I fill in the top line. On the tail, I apply a little more pressure because I want it darker out here. Here. So that same like moon kind of motion like that, that's what I'm doing to soften up that hard V. So that's partially done. So this is this one, this is this one. At the front of the brow is, you really want this to look like hair. So I grab here and stretch this up and I make strokes like this. I'm making thin little lines. See? And you want the lines to not touch too much because that'll just create a solid stroke. You don't want it to be solid. And you see how this is kind of going up right there? You always want to keep that imaginary line in mind. So I'll go back down, pull my strokes down a little further, and I do this just to kind of give myself a starter idea of where I need this brow to be. So this one, I need to come down a little lower at the front to make it look even. Okay, so everybody's on, drawn in, all that good stuff. I take a flat brush, my concealer of choice, which this is MAC NC45. I like that this is square. I take a little bit of product and I do this. And I don't go straight under. I put it on my skin first to make sure I don't have too much product and so I can control it. I round my edges just a little and just clean up. Like that. There. I'm gonna take my finger, kind of blend it. It's not super carved out. It looks natural. It looks like a real eyebrow. It looks like there's hair. And then the last and final step to set them, to make sure they don't move and everybody's good, I take, this is NYX Control Freak with this wand. Carefully. You could jack up all that work. Be careful with this. I do start at the middle and go to the end first because this has the most product on it fresh out of the jar. So I'm taking this, see if I can get a good view, touching my brow and barely combing it through, like that. I'm more like dabbing it on. Go back here and do that. Then whatever's left, I haven't twirled it at all. So whatever's left, I comb through here again. And that just gives me a little bit more of the hair-like look. If you take this and just start gorilla style through, you're gonna blend all of those single strokes together and your eyebrow is gonna end up looking like one block, and you remove the whole effect of it looking like hair. And then if I see any spots, like there's a little piece right there, right here, I'll go back in. Just darken it. Okay guys, that was it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something from it. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for subscribing. If you have questions or comments, please leave them below and I will get back to you guys. And until next time, bye.